let me bring to the show Juan Perez, FX strategist, Tempus. Good morning, and thank you for joining us, Juan.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me.
So I was just talking about a euro-dollar right ahead of the ECB meeting. We do see slightly weaker dollar in the past few days. We do see it across at 1.2044, up about 0.07%. Is this the new normal, extremely volatile euro-dollar change?
It's looking like finally a lot of the global recovery and that reflation narrative is coming back into the picture. I think as the weather is improving, we are thinking overall that the global economy is also improving. And naturally, there are things that are happening that are part of that reflation narrative that we had talked about before that would need to happen and would need to occur for the euro to start seeing some momentum. And those things are definitely, in relation to the vaccine rollout, but also the fact that inflationary growth is overall growing and expanding in the entire world. So of course, as you're seeing, not only numbers from China and PMIs that were excellent and that the growth has been there, and that was basically the type of thing that needed to be heard in order for this global recovery talk to once again restart, and you're finally getting it. So as oil markets, as commodity markets are starting to flourish, there is this concern that is the economic recovery going to go along, and it's not going to be impeded by any more vaccine or any more of the medical threat issues that we have experienced even after a year, and even after the scientific research that has achieved these vaccines. So it's hard to say that this will be the new normal for the dollar to dwindle, but it is possible that as we continue to get improvement, that we will see euro stay around these levels. But do not doubt the dollar, because there's definitely a lot of growth infrastructure-wise that is going to be good for investment to keep coming our way and for the dollar to keep improving along if those things start actually materializing.
This is very interesting. I just wanted to touch on cryptocurrencies, because what we are seeing is incredible, and certainly we're going to talk about a possible digital era or even possible digital dollar. First of all, Dogecoin. I just wanted to give some background to our viewers. A cryptocurrency that was created as a joke exploded into plain view on Wall Street on Monday, with a surge in Dogecoin sending its 2021 return above 8,100%, more than double the gains of the S&P 500, including dividends since 1988. Dogecoin's rise from a quirky meme into a widely traded asset worth about $50 billion, more than, just to make it clear, more than Marriott International or Ford Motors, is the latest act of financial alchemy by rapidly moving individual investors. So I really hope that everyone who is trading the Dogecoin knows that this is certainly a joke, or at least it started as a joke. But I was wondering if you believe that this crazy rally that we're seeing when it comes to cryptocurrencies might, push to the creation of digital era or digital dollar.
Well, and it's certainly going to boost the push worldwide, and particularly from the advanced regions of the world, to create something digital and to address this need and this desire for much quicker transactions and ultimately transparency. I think crypto does not necessarily translate into transparency. Quite the opposite. It's about maintaining an enigma. It's about maintaining a mystery. Not in my wildest imagination in college studying economics did I think that I was going to have to have an opinion about a digital coin with a dog face on it. But that's where we are, right? And the reason why is because technology has gotten away of governments, and technology has gotten away of has gotten way ahead of people. And by getting so far away from the common man and the government, which is supposed to kind of connect the two, that's why we are seeing these random items and assets suddenly blow up. What I have felt about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for a long time is that adaptation and adoption are the two A's that are important in seeing how this develops as a currency. But now that we are looking at cryptocurrencies as digital gold or assets that are basically going to increase very rapidly, and it is up to you to figure out without really any financial or economic tools of analysis, you are going to have to make the decision whether to sell or to buy or to invest in something more real. So the thing that bothers me is that these are very non-tangible, non-fungible items that people do not have the education or the background to really understand. So ultimately, we are seeing these little bubbles, and it's kind of like the world of bubbles where technology is allowing for this to happen because, again, the People's Bank of China is perhaps the one that is moving the fastest towards digitalization. I don't know if in the next 2 days we're going to see something from Christine Lagarde in terms of any major statement that is going away from what we are concerned about, which is everything related to COVID. But it is of primary concern now for the Fed, for China, and for the Eurozone to consider what is it about these digital needs and these digital desires, because now Bitcoin is not a new thing. I mean, Bitcoin has existed for about 8 years, so technically that's about the time it takes to get a doctorate degree in economics. So if you've studied this stuff for the past 8 years, you're probably just a number of a few people, of a few experts that truly understand it. So we really are not getting to the point yet where we have decided, are we going to treat this exactly as a currency that is going to be a medium of exchange of value, or are we going to treat this just primarily as an asset that because of digitalization, because of technology, because of blockchain technology, and because of Tesla and other companies trying to give it a mainstream way, are these things going to just blow up? It's really hard to tell what the future is, but what ultimately will happen is what you mentioned. This will force central banks to start working on digitalizing their currencies as soon as possible to address the concerns that come with Bitcoin and other crypto.
Right. This is very important statement, Juan Perez. Thank you very much, Juan Perez, FX Strategist Tempus. Thank you for joining us and have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much for having me.